We're approximately 4 miles west of Fort Pierce on State Route 70. We have a flexible pavement structure here, and I'll give the details on that in just a moment. We're in the westbound lane. We have one lane in each direction here. The reason we picked the westbound was because if there's any future widening that's done, they'll be adding 2 lanes over there across in an area I'll show you a little bit later on. You can see where they've got the right-of-way already purchased and ready to go for that. But at that time they'll be adding those 2 lanes, and the opposite lane would wind up switching directions. So we got this lane because it wouldn't be doing that in the future, and we'd be able to continue using it after some time. As you can probably hear in the background, the drill truck is already back there ready to go. And so I'll switch back there real briefly and show what comes out of the hole as it's coming out. Getting into the subbase, and then we've already penetrated the asphalt concrete here. You see the material coming out. Mostly sand. There is some rock mixed in with it. We'll be in the subgrade shortly. Out of the hole just there. Some coarse material, predominantly sand size.
Wet, isn't it?
A little bit moist material which came out of the hole. It's similar to what we saw last year in much of the state. It's dark colored, non-plastic, grainy, probably angular particle shaped coarse sand, but very wet. In fact, it's approaching saturation if it isn't saturated, just so we didn't have too much contrast in the picture. See, what would you say there, about 2.5?
2.5.
Total of about 2.5 inches of asphalt concrete, which would include about 5/8 inch of a friction force. Okay, let's check the lime rock. We can do that visually too. You can see the distinction down there. About approximately 12 inches of lime rock base. 11 to 12, well, 12 inches of it, let's say. Inches of subbase here. An interesting thing about this base material, it was very moist, as I pointed out before. There it is there on the ground. See it behind the wire brush. But it wasn't sticking together very well. He appeared to penetrate through it with his auger very easily, much more easier than normal. It was about like going through that coquina base yesterday out on I-95. Piece material out just so you can get an indication of the particle size. Talking with Ferros, the drill operator, he feels that this probably came out of Fort Pierce. What we have is it's predominantly limestone. It's more sand than anything else, but it has a lot of silica in it. I'm going to try to show a coarse particle and give you a feel for that right here. Okay, I'm trying to show how it's reflecting light in the sun. I could see a little gleam right there. It's got a lot more siliceous. It's a lot less carbonate than the Ocala rock would be. It's probably, whoops, just dropped it. It's probably more than what the Miami has also. The test section from across the roadway and about 80 feet or so upstream of the test section.